Hey guys, for Sahith there, and that is
Dave.
yeah,
Yeah.
from Sherpa Reynolds. Just the two of us this week. The other guys have pretty much gone home to sort out that stuff for Edinburgh. Since this is our final video diary for our 10 weeks at there, we want to discuss some of the things that we've wanted to achieve from this project and how it's gone and how things have actually come along from the initial design and so on and so forth. The game has reached a point now where we can actually look back on it and see the initial concept and what it's actually become. And we were actually sitting down and thinking about it the other day, and we're really happy to say a lot of the things that we wanted to achieve from this project and achieve from these 10 weeks of Dare to be Digital. We have, and it's a really good feeling because we've had loads of problems. Yes, we've had to scrap quite a few ideas, but we've managed to actually achieve what we initially set out to achieve. And primarily when Dave and myself were designing this game and we were basically coming up with the ideas of what we wanted from this game. A few of the main things that we really wanted was the game itself to push audio in a way that it wasn't just an afterthought as it is in most of the games today. It's just neglected for some strange reason, but we wanted to push it in a way where it was a part of the game. It was a core gameplay mechanism. It wasn't just something that was tagged on in the end. And that was by far probably the biggest challenge that we faced when we were designing this, and obviously over the past few weeks, just to make sure that it worked the way it should. One of the other things that we wanted to really achieve from this project was we wanted the game itself to be an experience. We didn't want it to be just you get in the game, you do this, and you get from point A to point B, and that's the end of the experience. We wanted it to be something where the player had the freedom to actually go and play around with whatever they wanted to play around with, not actually feel burdened or pressurized into having to complete a certain element or complete a certain aspect of the game with a time ticking down or just the pressure of having to achieve something in a short space of time. We wanted to give the player the freedom to relax, have fun, and when they're ready for it, just go into any of the different puzzles and just get a feel for it and enjoy themselves. That's why we actually implemented a free mode in our game, which is primarily the wall. So the wall is basically where everything comes together, where the player can just have a good time and just interact with all the visuals and just listen to all that they've unlocked musically. And when they want a bit of a challenge, they can always go into the puzzles and challenge themselves in a variety of different ways.
It's the opportunity for every user as well to get their own unique experience. So sort of, although we've given them all these, tools and things to play with, the way they can go about it is pretty much how they want. And depending on the way they do go about it, depends on obviously what they end up hearing, what they end up seeing. And that should be different for every person. The way it's been done as well is it's completely random, so
Exactly.
we don't know what they're going to get out of it.
Exactly, because that was, again, like I said, we wanted it to be an experience, and one of the greatest things about what we've achieved over these 10 weeks is that the game works in such a way that every player would probably have a completely different experience. That is primarily especially with the music, because I can't stress enough that if I played this game, I would probably get a different soundtrack to what Dave would get if he played the game, and that's in itself is something that's quite remarkable, and we're really proud of what we've achieved there. This genre that we've created, I say a genre we've created is because it's one of those games. It's a 2D puzzle game with a strong emphasis on audio, but the route that we've taken with it, the puzzles that we have in there, they provide an experience that is very different to a lot of games out there, and we've done a lot of research regarding this, and even the audio-based games that are out there, we don't really see any similarities with the game that we've created over the past 10 weeks. That in itself is something that really motivates us, because we managed to create something that possibly doesn't have anything like it out there. It's been very difficult, as we mentioned earlier, because again, all the puzzle designs have had to focus around audio, and audio has to be a core gameplay mechanism in each of the puzzles. And just by doing that, we've managed to actually create something that is very unique and very innovative. And I'm pretty sure if you go back to our first week, before we had any of this done, that's what we said we wanted to achieve, and we wanted this game to be something unique and different. And I'm very, very happy with how the guys have gotten through it over the past 10 weeks and how we've managed to actually achieve that. And
Should say as well, there's a way, in some ways along the line, we could have made it more like things, and we could have played it safe, I suppose you could say, and delivered things that we know would sell. Like, you can guarantee, like what works. But we took a few risks, and we saw this competition as a chance to actually take them risks. Because when you're in the industry, even like by speaking to some of the professionals and the mentors and that, they realise that it's a money-making business, and often publishers just want to make money, and in that they need to know what play the safe card, obviously.
exactly.
But this competition, there was no money involved. Well, there's money, but it's not a key part for us. So just take the risks.
We definitely had the freedom to try and do something different, try and push something that possibly hasn't been done before. We wanted this game in itself to be a social experience. We wanted it to be something that people could enjoy even if they weren't actually playing the game directly. That was one of the major goals that we set out, and we wanted this game to basically be that experience where everyone who played the game would have their own unique experience, but at the same time they'd be providing, say, the soundtrack for their mates to enjoy or just to chill out to. The reason we chose the 4 elements, earth, fire, wind, water, was primarily because it gave us the opportunity to actually create very contrasting levels where the music would be completely different, where the visuals would be completely different, where we could have a water level which would be really mellow and calm, and the visuals would be soothing and relaxing, and then you'd have the fire level which is really hectic and aggressive, and they would just show that contrast of where and what all we can do with this concept in itself. But again, the elements are just one of many routes we can take with this game, and that's what really gets us excited about it, is the fact that this game can literally be whatever we want it to be. Flash we chose to do Flash because we really didn't need anything else. We could have taken it a lot further with 3D, and because we all have 3D backgrounds, but we decided to keep it simple and try to do with what we needed, the bare essentials. And for prototype purposes, I think we've managed to use it really well.
You said we have pushed it to its limits.
We have definitely
it's doing things that not necessarily it should be doing, but it's doing them to an extent, like content-wise. There's a lot more in there than it's ever been built to handle.
Because definitely. Flash is notoriously difficult with audio, and we realized that when we were starting out, and we also realized that it would be one of the biggest challenges we faced. But it's come out in a way where we've actually, to get over that problem, we've actually developed our own audio engine using pure data, and our sound guys have been amazing at actually making pure data run the show. So it's literally telling Flash what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and it is literally driving every aspect of our game. So
it's unique in itself. I don't think there's any game out there that can say it runs off with the audio as well. So like, it's crazy, but like, audio is that essential to our game. It drives it.
All in all, the past 10 weeks have been really good. Been very hectic. That's
Crazy.
for sure.
The thing is,
it's over.
All but over.
All but over. Yeah.
A little hurdle left.
We got proto play to come, but it's amazing to think that 10 weeks have gone by already, because it's been an amazing. It's been an amazing experience.
That's for sure.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience, and we've definitely learned a lot because we crammed an entire development cycle into 10 weeks. So it's been hectic nonetheless, but good fun.
That's what I say.
Yeah,
If any next year's
definitely the way to go.